Now normally with the vacuum,
Well, greetings. I have here a Bissell vacuum that I went to the store and bought, and it cost me about $170 locally here at our local Walmart. And if you're new to the channel, that's not the type of camera work we usually do, but I wanted to show my shopping experience and me actually purchasing this thing. And I have a whole playlist, which I'll insert right now, of where and what you probably should buy instead of this thing. But I'm going to try and be as objective as possible. Keep in mind that I have many years repairing vacuums, and that bagless vacuums tend not to be as good as bag vacuums overall as a rule. They also tend to cost a lot more money to maintain. So we're going to take this out of the box, assemble it, see what I think of it, see if it measures up. It's been many years since I've seen a Bissell brand new in the box, so let's see what they're doing these days. The first thing, you gotta pull it out of the box and figure out what's going where. Bissell stretch hose. Only smells of the finest Chinesian. There's the handle. Pet tool. And there's some more stuff here, so let's see what else is in the box. First thing I noticed what dropped out of the box is they give you an extra filter. Got a nice warranty card and a small manual. Oh. Tell me there's a video of how to do this. Well, we're going to make a video. Set all that aside. First of all, don't know why there's such a polish on the back of that. Looks like this piece goes right here. Feels of absolutely crap this is made out of. Alright, let's put the handle together. Alright, there should be 2 screws that go in this handle. They're taped up here. Pan the camera up real quick because the screws are going to go in right there. They're double slotted for Phillips or a flathead. So we're going to use a Phillips number 2. And you could use a drill gun on this. I'll tell you right now, this plastic's really of poor quality. I would be real cautious on that. Right away there's a lot of wiggle in it. I know it's a swivel neck model, but right away, so much wiggle. Alright, let's see. Let's zoom out and see what we have here. So, interesting, there's no elbow on this hose. But not super weird. Just kind of goes on there like that. We have a dusting brush goes there. I think you're supposed to put not really sure what's supposed to go where in terms of the tools. They're not obvious. Now traditionally I've seen these 2 tools go into each other, but I don't think that's supposed to be the case on this. Looking at how this fits together. So let's resort to the box, not the manual. So it looks like the turbo tool goes up there, and do show the crevice tool sitting in the yeah. So it looks like in the diagram they show the older style crevice tool that does sit in there. So no onboard crevice tool storage of any sort of. That's really annoying. So no onboard crevice tool storage, though they do have a turbo tool. Now normally with the vacuum, pretty useless. So yeah, that's where that's going to go. So if you were tuning into this video hoping to see, you know, a stay-at-home mother in a perfect house, you probably clicked on the wrong video. But what we are going to do is test the suction power of this Bissell, brand new out of the box, never been used on any floors, a 20-year-old Hoover design, and a Miele, just to give you an idea of high-end versus something the same price as the Bissell, to give you an idea power-wise. So first we're going to test the Hoover. We'll also be able to see kind of how loud these machines are. Now this is a working vacuum gauge, and the way that this works is not only is it going to test sealed vacuum, but it's going to test the practicality of the vacuum. So it's like a dynometer, but for a vacuum. So sealed. About 41 in terms of working. So that's this old Hoover. Again, old design. So let's try the Bissell. Sealed. Working. We're going to say about 22, 23. So almost half of what the Hoover next to it that costs the same price. And I'm not sponsored by any of these companies yet, at least. However, if you do want to sponsor me, reach out to me. Miele. So before we do a bare floor pickup test, I want to explain a feature that most vacuums that claim to be bare floor friendly have. And what that is a switch that shuts on and off the brush roller. And again, this is not brand dependent. Even Bissell has made products like this. And what that does is that's going to shut off the roller so you don't scatter debris. Now if we focus on the Bissell, I would hope that there was going to be, but after really looking at it, the only thing that appears to be is some sort of height adjustment. There appears to be no roller shutoff, which means when we do this pickup test, it's probably not going to do too well due to the lack of that shutoff. So we're going to do this pickup test on bare floor. Again, there's no brush shutoff on this. So this is going to be interesting to see what this does on here. And we're going to have a point of view camera running as well. Let's see how that did on the bare floor and if it moved any debris. So right away there's cat litter from that pickup test behind the machine. I see you can see there's some flour left behind. Now it did pick up the pet hair. Up there's more cat litter and Rice Krispies scattered over here. So you can see that it did scatter the debris, which is one of the cons of having a brush roller running. The other con of having a brush roller running on floor, and why you're not seeing me test this on my wood floor, is because it can scratch the floor. Now there's a third con to having that brush roller running, and that is durability. Because when the brush is spinning and hitting carpet, it's hitting a padded surface. But on bare floor, it's not. So if you continue to use this machine on hard surface, it's basically going to beat itself to death. And we see this with all sorts of machines historically, not only Bissell. Again, this is not a Bissell thing. This is a not having a brush roller shut off feature. And at the price of this machine, it would be kind of nice to have that. I'd almost rather just not have a brush roller if you don't have that feature in some way. So we're going to do a carpet pickup test. Again, we have we have Rice Krispies, flour, cat litter, and animal hair. And we do not weigh our carpet pickup tests because carpet sheds all the time and it doesn't provide accurate data. So it's really kind of pointless. So we just show you how it does. Now I will be running a point of view camera as well. So let's see how it does. I've already preset the carpet height adjustment on this vacuum, which is a plus that it has a carpet height adjustment. Let's see how it did. And it sure looks clean. But let's see. No flour. I can feel. I can pick it up. Oh, we got some cat litter there. Oh, and some pet hair. So we can see that this is leaving a nice carpet line, but it's not deep cleaning. What it's probably doing, again, we'd have to really go at this with more of a scientific method, but what I know this to be doing, I guess, or why I know this, is working in the industry, we see what Baggless machines do to carpet. We know that they're not approved by Carpet and Rug Institute, who certifies them for pickup, and the dust that they keep inside the machine. So this guy right here, probably not the best thing for your carpet. It's okay for a quick pickup, but if this was your only vacuum, your carpets are going to look pretty sad after a while. Well, I've put down a little bit of a mess, and really the only pickup I've done with this has been the pickup test. So we're just going to vacuum with this and see how it does. Well, that cyclone is not at the full line, but you can see where the full line is on here. It's right there, and maybe we're about halfway there with that mess. Let's see if it left anything behind. And we got a non-scientific way of doing this, but it's fun to do, so we're going to do it. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to turn my Henry on. Turn the Henry off. Just make sure there's no dirt or anything left in this Henry. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in place of the bag or around the bag, so stuff falls into here. Place that in there. Now this is a vacuum that costs literally twice as much. You definitely get twice as much, and you can go see my other review on this machine. But the reason we're going to use this is it doesn't have a rotating brush. So this should be an unfair test. That Bissell should out-clean this Henry every day of the week. So we're going to go over that same spot with the Henry and see if it left anything behind. Just like we did with the Bissell, we're going to cross to it. I'm not sure the Henry was sealed up all the way for that, but let's see what the results are. Again, don't try this at home. It's not particularly good for your vacuum cleaner. So we can see we have hair, grime, grit, all that stuff was picked up with a few seconds of a straight suction cleaner. Now there's no reason why a straight suction cleaner should be picking up that after a machine with a brush roller that has a decent amount of power. The one thing I do like about this Bissell is it has a swivel neck. It's not a very good one, but it's still better than no swivel neck. Again, the movement is really quite limited to it, see in terms of how it's going to work. And as far as it getting low, you can pretty much forget that with the Cyclone attached to it. It doesn't get very low. But the front of it does, so you can get not under this, it's still too high, but we can maneuver around here quite nicely. So this is my couch, and so far just about everything has gotten under this I've tested. So we're going to hold it up, it's going to get low. You're going to see if it gets under there. No. And to give you an idea, that couch is about 10 inches off the ground. So normally with the vacuum, what you do, comes time to throw it away. This just so happened to be the first bag vacuum. You throw the bag away, bag self-seals, you put a new bag in. No real harms in that. Just slips in there like that. You're done. And maybe with the bag vacuum, you'll do that once a month, once every other month. Some of them it's even quarterly. Just depends on the bag vacuum. Now the bagless vacuum, I'm gonna move this because it's a little windy. The bagless vacuum, what you do, you empty that like that. Stuff goes everywhere. You of course want to be outside when you do that, and you can see it's still not clean. So then what you end up doing is pulling this thing out, having to get clean in there. Then you have this filter here that will need to be rinsed out, and you'll probably do that every 2 or 3 times you use this machine. They don't really give an indicator when you should do it, they just say to do it on there. Let's be honest here, is to save manufacturing costs. They struggle with maneuverability, and it definitely shows on stairs. Now this one will balance okay on stairs, a little wobbly, so you definitely want to set this in the bottom of the stairs. In terms of the hose, well, I get about halfway up my stairs with that, so if if you have a full flight of stairs without a landing, this is not going to be a vacuum for you. Now that being said, let's test the pet hair tools on the stairs. There's two of them. This reminds me of a tool that Simplicity Recar uses, and they have a patent on, and I wonder if Bissell bought the rights to this or if it's a patent infringement actually. But curious to know about that. If anybody knows, comment below. Then turbo tools traditionally are a good thing for stairs, but this one has rubber on it. I don't know why rubber was chosen, or silicone, I'm not sure what its composite is, over traditional brushes. This is definitely going to tangle. So we're going to do one stair with this and one stair with the other thing. And a headphones warning, this is a loud vacuum. Right away we can see it doesn't have enough power to power a turbine, which is what the working vacuum gauge was developed originally for, was to see if central vacuums could run turbines. And of course this doesn't have, actually has half the power you recommend for a turbine, so that's why we're seeing this stop. Now just quick note, I am at a mile high, and it does weird things to vacuums, so this machine probably has about 20% less power than if you were at sea level. So this might work at sea level, but it doesn't work a mile high. So this, I was unable to get it done because it kept stopping, so that's useless. Let's try the other tool and see if this does better. Expecting that. I thought this was going to work relatively well, but stuff just seems to get stuck on this. So one thing that's you want to keep in mind is the cord is about maybe 20-25 feet, which is about average, but if you have a bigger house, it's definitely going to be a problem. It only makes it about halfway down the hallway. Now it is good news is that this machine has markings to let you know yellow and red when to slow down and stop with the cord rewind. But let's see how well the cord rewind works. Like that. Bring this over here so you guys can see this. Press the button. Not really the strongest cord rewind in the world. Well, it sure has been interesting using a machine like this, and I'm not completely satisfied with this, and I have a list of vacuums that I currently recommend in a link below, along with a link to this if you really are set on this machine. I find the tools to be ineffective. There's no adequate bare floor pickup. Carpet pickup's really so-so, so if you own your home, don't buy this. Now if you're renting and you don't care about carpet pickup, maybe this would appeal to you. The hose is short, the wand is short, the cord is short, and the projected lifespan of a Bissell is always short, though I do like that they have a 5-year warranty on this now. That is a nice thing that Bissell is doing. So let's pull the hose off, which is kind of awkward, as you can see. Let's see if it's lost any power now that we've filled the bin. cyclone mechanism seems to be effective in terms of trapping dirt, which means you won't have to wash this probably every time you empty it. We can see minimum dust got in this filter, so I'm really excited about how little got in this. I'm going to talk about maintenance here as well. Please consider a subscription to Performance Reviews, and if this helped you out, go check our Patreon below, where donations help keep this channel rolling, and we have exclusive videos and content for our Patreon supporters. So stay awesome, and please, consider getting a better vacuum. And remember folks, disposable vacuums belong in the trash can, so put them where they belong.